Hello everyone, this is Mohammed from Python Ninja YouTube channel, and today we will practice together random module further by highlighting diceroller program or exercise in Python. So in this exercise we will write a program that mimic or simulate dice roller game, and we will use ASCII art in Python, also known as computer text art. And we use it before, at early tutorials when we highlighted mathematics in Python and math module. And just to remember that when we calculated the area of a cube, we used the area of a cube given by m is equal to the power of 3, like this, slash u 0 0 p slash u 0 p, and here we can add 3, and we can use m for meter metrics, and we can use not 3p like 2p's, and we have m to power 3. So this is called ASCII art or computer text art, where we use the area, or we use the metrics or measurements for calculating the cube. And here we have the metric meter is used to calculate as a metric to power 3. Okay, and if we use work in a rectangle or square shape, we use to the power of 2. And we use this in the previous tutorials, and in this tutorial we extend the utilization of ASCII art or computer text art by combining this ASCII art with a random module to generate or to simulate dice roller program. At the first thing we have to do like this, either to print all of these ASCII art. I didn't invent them, they are provided with Python, and you can find this exercise in YouTube also. So we need 5 rows to build our dice roller, and we need 8 dashes, and we use dot to reflect the number, either to execute this line of code, then copy this, or to copy the above ASCII art directly. So how can we design the shape of the ASCII for dice roller? We need, first of all, just to understand the shape. So we want to use 1, okay, of this ASCII art to the right. Then we need to use 3 vertical lines of this. Then we want to use 1 of this to close this one, and we use 8 dashes. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, sorry, 9, not 8. So we can copy all of these and we can paste them here. Then we want to use this one to the left, and we do the same here, and we can copy this one, and we can close, okay, the dice roller by using the suitable shape, which is this one. And no, so it's not this one. Control C, and yeah, we close it. Then we place this. For example, if I have 1, sorry, why it doesn't copy? Okay, it didn't go on. I will copy again. So, for example, this represents 1 in the dice roll. Okay, so the first thing for implementing the code is to import random. Okay, then I want to design my dice face. Okay, dice face, this will be in a dictionary. Inside this dictionary, I want to have this shape, for example, and I want to have this in the form of tuple. Okay, so in the form of tuple will be for the value. So let us say I have 1 as a key, then I will have a tuple, and sorry, I will have this to design this as the tuple, and inside the tuple I want to place this one. Okay, so this line, not the whole line, but this one should be placed here. Okay, inside this one, and then I can say like comma, I want to also copy this one, and I want to place it here. Just look at this. So each shape will be or each face will be considered as a top, like as an item inside the shape totally will be inside the tuple, and each edge will be like an item inside that tuple. Okay, so I have this one, so the majority of the process will be just in designing the shape for us, and the last thing is to copy this. This is for the face number 1. Then what I have to do, I have to add another tuple and another value and another key and value. So I want to take 2. I can do it simply like this. Okay, copy this one and I place it here. Okay, so we can do like this 2, but and for this 2 I have to put it down in the top. Okay, and I have to remove this distance or white space. Okay, so now I have the key one key with the corresponding shape. Then I have 2 with its corresponding shape. Now I can copy it as it and go to 3. Okay, so I have the 3 here, and then I can do, no, sorry, I have to copy the whole thing and modify the number later. Okay, so I can modify now the key, and I can copy this and I can place this one here. Okay, so I can also do the same if I want to copy this one, and I want to repeat the same. Okay, for number 4. Okay, so I have a 3 here, and we have to just shift it. Sorry, I have number 4. Okay, and this should be removed here, and or I keep it, no problem. So I want to remove this. Okay, just to sorry, I want to take this and like using cut. Okay, and I want to place it here, and then I place another one here. Then I move this one. Sorry if the shape is not good, but I try to be. Okay, the same thing here. I want to do it here. I want to do it for this one. So now we have 4. Then what we will do, we will copy. Sorry, we will copy. Okay, number 5. Control C. Then we will copy number 5. This will be number 5, and I want to copy one of this. Sorry, I have incorrectly pressed here. So now we have number 5. What else? I want to copy also for the number 6, which is the last one that we will use. Okay, so I have a dictionary now, and this dictionary is completed for the ASCII art. Okay, so what I will say now like this: I have this dictionary, and I have number 1 and the corresponding shape, number 2 the same, number 3 and the same, 4, and we have 5, then we have 6. Okay, so if I want to print any of this, I can send this key to print the value. So because the value is a tuple, so we can print it like directly. For example, for face in this dice face, okay, dice face dot get. I want to get, for example, number 3, which is this shape. Okay, let's see how it will print it. Print just face. Okay, so when I get this key, the value will be a tuple, and these are items inside the tuple. Okay, so we will print, Python will print the first item, then because it's in a for loop, it will print the first item, then it will go for a new line to print the second one, then a new line to print the whole shape. We can print this one, so we printed 3. So for example, we can send number 5 and we can print it directly. Now we designed the ASCII art for the diceroller program, but we have the question here based on the user input. So we will design user input now. The program will show how many dice or face images you will generate, or the program will generate, and later we will sum these faces. So this is the program that we will use. The first of all, I want to have, for example, num dice, nothing but an empty list. We will append like the numbers to generate faces, and the total sum of these faces. Okay, usually we identify this as 0. Okay, so I will ask the user. Okay, I will take user input, and this will be an integer. Okay, if the input, I want to say enter how many number of dice. Okay, how many number of dice do you prefer? Okay, okay. So now I will ask the user, how many dice do you prefer? 3, 4. If he will submit a 3, then I will generate 3 random integers. Okay, for I in range the user input. Okay, for example, if he will say 3, I will take range 3. Then I want to append to the num dice, which is a list, dot append. Okay, what I want to append? I want to append random dot rand integer, and I already know the beginning or the end, the start and the end of this rand integer, because the maximum number of dice is 6, the lower number of dice is 1, so I generate number between 1 and 6. So we can just print what inside this num dice, okay, to see how we generated. Enter how many faces. I need 3 faces. So the program later should generate 4, 1, 2 as a faces. So we want to generate this face, okay, and the face of this dice. Then 1, which is this one, and 2, which is this one. Okay. Now let us print all of these dice together in the screen. So for example, I can say for let us to just remove this one. I can say for num dice. Okay, then I can say for each, okay, m for each dice face dot get num. Okay, so the num is here, for example 343. Then I get that one, okay, to return any of this shape. Then I print the edge, okay, which will be, I print 3 different dices, okay, have to edge in the number of dice. Okay, I deleted also the random number generation, which is this one. I have to keep it just to have 3 generated number. So I have, for example, 3. Then because I have 3 numbers, which in this case 3, 2, 2, so it's randomly generated to show here, for example, the generated number. I want to say, for example, after printing this edge, and after printing this edge, I want to print, well, let us print the whole numbers here, print number of dice here in the list to see if it's like I want to print 4. So let's see. Now these are the numbers that has been randomly generated, and this is number 1 related to the dice face number 1, 5 to 5, and 2 and 1. Okay, this dice has been printed vertically. If I want to print them horizontally, I have to print the first line, okay, and in the same line here I have to print the second one, and in the same line I have to print the third one, and I have to print the fourth one, for example, in the same line. Then I have to move the cursor down to print the second one, okay, the second one from the second one, the second one from the third one, and etc. etc. Let us show how can we do that. Okay, so I have to count how many row I have. I have 1 row, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then for I in range 5. So I have 5 rows. That will be easy to print these 5 rows to the corresponding columns. Then I want to consider each dice from this. Okay, so I can say for dice in num dice, which is the randomly generated dices we appended. Okay, I want to print what? I want to print this dictionary, this dice face dot get dice, but because I want to print only the first one for all of these dices, I have to use a slice indexing, okay, using this I. So I want to print the dice face dot get the dice itself, which is the number that is located here. Okay, so in the first, this is the first in case of 1. So we have the first row. We will go for all dices, okay, in this list, and we will take the first row. How we will get the first row? By passing this I as an index, okay. So we do slicing here to only print the first line, okay. If I want to execute this, let us see how the shape will be. So it stacked all dices together, because here when we print the first row, automatically the cursor will go to the second line. So we want to use something or a keyword that will enforce the print to go, not to go to the new line. So let us print this, and we will notice that we will have the same problem, because the cursor not go after printing. For example, I have 3 dices, but after printing these 3 lines, it's supposed to go to new line, okay, and start printing the other 3 rows, and then go to another line. For that, I use print an empty print just to move the cursor down, because I print the first row here for the among all, then it will come to this line, will move the cursor down, then it will go for the second row till the first one. So if suppose I have the 3 dices, it will be printed like this. So this is the 1, this is 2, this is 3. Let us print another 3 dices, it will be like this. If we print 4 dices, it will be printed like this, okay? Because we designed here 5 rows, okay? Then we loop among all generated dice using the random function here, and we did the slicing, okay, to print only the first row, okay, among the whole dices, so we can print them horizontally. And finally, this is the numbers. If we want to show the number of these dices, I can say for the example dice and num dice, okay, the total, which I identified it in the above here, the total sum, we can increase it. So total sum plus equal by the dice value, and I can show to the user the print of, okay, using after string the total sum, okay, of dice is okay. Let us say dice point is we use this placeholder to add the total sum, and let's try another 4 dices. We have these 4 dices randomly generated, and their total sum of these dices is 11 because we sum up all together. So we solve together and we program together diceroller game in Python, and that's for today's tutorial. Thank you very much, guys.